All right, and I'm going to share my screen.
So Dory, because I am an administrator, how do I get to the dashboard?
Well, let me get there in a few minutes.
Okay.
And sorry not to be rude, Sue, but because we are recording, when we get to these topics, I'm going to ask that as much as you can, hold questions to the end. And so our recording won't be too choppy. So this is, you've seen this before. On our website, you can go to log in. And except for a few of us, you're just considered, trying to think what the term is, but you see this as a viewer. In order to do editing, you'll need higher permissions. And I found out last night that I can assign those permissions. So my goal and hope is that by the end of this meeting, at least a few of you have said, yes, I want to become an editor. And then I'll get your names and set you up to do that. And I'm not going to ask anybody to do it solo. You aren't going to start off by soloing, but I think we'll start off by finding something that needs to be modified. And let's say, Sue Geller, it's you, and we would get on and probably do Zoom share screen, and then I could see what you're doing and walk through it with you. But first, let's talk about an overview of our website. Is we are under the umbrella of the National Assistance League website. So if you're like me, you go to our website by typing algsd.org. But that's just an alias for, if you look up here in the address line on the website, it's assistanceleague.org/Greater San Diego. So I think, I am assuming Gail would agree that for the most part, it's been very helpful to be under the umbrella of the national website. For one thing, when we were just getting started, they provided us templates, and we had a design committee, and we decided which of these templates we were going to choose as our style, if you will. They provide maintenance, technical support when we've had questions or issues. Sherry Kasinger is the national webmaster, and she's been very responsive when we needed her help. And she even did a 2-on-1 training session for Gail and me quite some time ago, walking through with us how to do things when we were first developing the website. So when you log in to do any editing, you log in as you would normally. You know how you log in order to get to the members only page, or on the national website, you log in to get to any member information. It's just that when you are an administrator or an editor, and maybe there are 1 or 2 other levels of permissions, you can see how at the top I have my sites, Assistance League Greater San Diego, customize, new, edit page, color customizer, and edit with WP Bakery, blah, blah, blah. Okay, those are things that you get because you are able to edit the website. And we'll look through a lot of that today. So like I said, at the end of this session, anybody who's willing to become an editor, let me know and I'll get you set up with permissions. And the website is developed in something called WordPress. When we started this, I had never heard of it, but it is a very popular, widely used commercial website development tool. And what's really helpful about that is, let's say there's something you're trying to do and you don't know, you can't find documentation on it. You can go into Google and say, how do I create a form in WordPress? And chances are 3, 4, 5, 6 videos will pop up that will teach you exactly how to do that. So there's a lot of written documentation, but I think videos for me have often turned out to be the most helpful for learning how to do something. So let's say you need to make a change on the website. You'd open it up, you'd log in like I already did, and then up, can you see where I'm pointing up here? Assistance League Greater San Diego, and there's a menu under there. Usually I start by going to dashboard. There's more than one way to do this, but let's look at the dashboard. And I virtually never look at this stuff here in the middle, but what is helpful is this string of icons down the left-hand side. And the ones that I use most, well, the one I use the most is the media, the thing that looks like a camera and some musical notes, media library. And that's where you can, when you open that up, you can see all the documents and all the photos that we have loaded for our website. So if you were, let's say, going to add a new photo or a new document, you probably would start here and get it loaded before you try to add it to a page. So let's say we'll demonstrate doing that in a few minutes. But when I'm done adding whatever I'm going to add, to get back to the site the way we're used to seeing it, go up here again to Assistance League Greater San Diego and say Visit Site. And here we are back at the home page.
And I believe you're going to stop the recording after this before you start the editing a page part.
Thank you. Yes.